So, this is El Segundo, California, just outside of Los Angeles. If you've been reading the news recently or paying attention to the manufacturing space, El Segundo is a new defense tech, hard tech, aerospace startup hub. But the reason for that is really interesting. It isn't something that has just happened overnight. Behind me is the El Segundo refinery. This entire town was basically built to support that refinery that Chevron built in the last century. And what that has enabled is something really interesting. As that refinery has gotten grandfathered into some of California's larger, more, I would say, repressive regulations and limitations, this area in El Segundo is free from some of those more restrictive things. That giant refinery over there, which is about 1/3 of the town on the map, needed a lot of support from other factories and industrial people, engineers, and guys like this precision grinding shop right here to keep all of that equipment running, and Chevron continuing to develop over the years. And that attracted various other businesses. So a lot of jet engine companies and people who are involved in the space race and the Cold War and various other things kind of gravitated to this area because of originally the support structure that was here. And now that is coming back. So there's a whole bunch of folks that are in that space again, coming back to this spot right here. So a lot of these little tiny shops around here are turning back into the things that they were 20, 30, 40, even 50 years ago. It's a very interesting thing, and it's all a bunch of folks who are very interested in this concept of local manufacturing, technical innovation, and reindustrializing. And as a result, there's been a lot of opportunity for manufacturing, energy type stuff, but also innovation. And then alongside that, you've had places like SpaceX and Anduril startups. So all around me here in this relatively small town are a whole bunch of new startups, people doing manufacturing for those different companies, people doing entirely new stuff. All kinds of very interesting reindustrializing moves are being made right here in this space. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to tour a bunch of those different factories and look at what they're doing, because they're either in the middle of inventing new secret sauce to do their stuff, or they're already making stuff for aerospace and defense and ITAR regulated stuff that they don't want on camera. So there's not going to be much of a video today. This is kind of it. But if my timing is right, over on the main channel, we have a video on the citizen defense industry, which is very compatible with what we're doing here, and it's about stuff we can actually talk about. So go check that out. And continue to pay attention to what is happening in El Segundo. It's going to be a very important part of the citizen defense industry, the reindustrialization movement, but it's not all new stuff. There are jet engine companies and aerospace companies that used to be here in the heyday of this town, and they're very slowly coming back. I say slowly, it's a couple years, it's relatively quick. The lower regulations, the defense area, and proximity to engineers in Los Angeles have made this space really a hotspot. And I've got another video recommendation for you. Jason Carmen has a fantastic YouTube channel and a video that went up last Saturday talking more about some of the individual companies and El Segundo culture. So after you've watched the Citizen Defense Industry video, go check that out. In fact, you should really subscribe to his channel. If you like T-Rex Labs, you will very much appreciate what he is doing on YouTube. I think he has the best coverage of this town out of everybody that is discussing it. Now, a lot of folks are talking about how this sleepy California suburb, about 14,000 people, is going to be like the future of manufacturing. This is where all American manufacturing is going to just explode out of, which I'm not sure if that's necessarily the case, but I do think that this place is a model. There's all kinds of lessons being learned here right now, and a bunch of lessons from the past that we could take and apply in other towns. The relaxed regulations around new technologies and innovations is something that's working here, but we can also see that it's worked in Dallas and Houston. There are a lot of lessons that we can take from that. But then just putting some of these things in close proximity, some of the ways that people are actually working together inside of this smaller, tighter community Those are all lessons that could be applied everywhere across America. Anybody that wants to get into manufacturing, make the most of infrastructure that exists, build communities that actually are cumulative in nature, as well as being competitive in certain ways. Yeah, I think that there are things that we will see here in El Segundo that can be the model for the future. Really small shops with really big ideas, taking back ground that we have lost. So there's all kinds of opportunities for growth in this area, for better manufacturing technology, and getting involved in that citizen defense industry. So go check out the main video and keep an eye on El Segundo.